Oh, let's start. Hello everyone. We will be talking about the tournaments. We already had a tournament, the Coliseum Open Tournament, but there's gonna be 2 more tournaments of PvP. We're gonna be talking about it right now. I'm So, and I'm joined with Shax. What's up, Shax? There's gonna be a lot of fighting. I'm hype about that. We had like a appetizer with the Coliseum Open Tournament, but now things are getting more serious. The tournament is starting. Things have always been serious, but now we're going in the main course with the DOFUS Championship that are gonna be starting soon. Actually, the qualifiers are gonna be starting soon. We're gonna explain that to you as soon as... It's not that screen that you want? Yeah, it's the screen. Wait. Oh, okay. What did it change? What's happening? Yeah. Don't worry, something is coming. 3, 2, 1. Hello, PC? Help me. Alright, there seems to be a bit of technical issues on their side. What's up, Alice? Are we good? Okay, let's see. Is it good? It's good, let's go. Alright. So that's the schedule of 2025. We already had the Coliseum Open Tournament from the September 11th to 21st of September. A lot of stuff happened there. We will do a recap at first before going into the next part. And like you see, in 11 days, on the 12th of October, the Championship Qualifier is going to start. I repeat, the Coliseum Open Tournament is like a slow start, but the DOFUS Championship with the 8 best teams is going to be in November to start of December. And a reminder, the DOFUS games that are going to be a PVM tournament are going to be in December. We're not going to talk about that today, only PvP. We don't have anything to say about PVM, but we're working on it right now. It's too soon to talk about it. Just before Christmas, you're gonna be able to watch the DOFUS games. For now, it's only DOFUS Championship Qualifier and the DOFUS Championship. First, let's start to recap what happened with the QOT. First off, we remind you that... Sorry. We remind you that there were a couple of technical problems. We're sorry about that. But we are learning from our mistakes. The numbers are very interesting. There were 1,300 accounts and just a bit more than 1,000 players. That's a lot. It's been years since we had that many people in the tournament. Not a lot of people They didn't do a lot of matches. 60% people, only 60% have played 5 matches or more. If there were less bugs, of course, people might have played more. But still, we're happy with these stats. As a slow start, we wanted it to be starting the season, and we're happy with the stats. Obviously, we're gonna be fixing these bugs. A couple matchmaking rules, everything that was a problem, we're gonna improve it for the next time. A big question though, are we doing a full solo queue tournament where you only queue up as a single player? A lot of people have asked about solo queue type tournament because it wasn't the case here. But in any case, we have the possibility to create this type of tournament more frequently than the classical tournaments, because So yeah, okay, so it's easier for us to make multiple different editions, a solo queue edition, a trio queue edition. Like, anyways, it's gonna be something that we can. There's still a bit of preparation needed for this type of tournament, but we still kind of experiment. We still can experiment, yeah. If there's a next edition, it's most likely going to be a solo queue type. And today, yes, it's going to be only DOFUS and only tournaments that are going to be talked about today. No, we're not going to be covering any
for the
other topic.
international community, we are not able to do an English coverage of this, but there's a subtitle module, an extension on Twitch that you can turn on, and there's going to be subtitles for you to be able to understand what we say. Unfortunately, for the PowerPoints, we won't be able to have translations, but we are going to talk about everything we write, so it's going to be okay.
That was nice. Right, to close up this page, this was a past tournament, just as a reminder. Yeah, that was done. We're gonna talk about the next part, which is gonna be the DOFUS Championship. That's really gonna happening soon. Maybe it's time to put the ambience. I forgot there was something, yeah. Let's see what the DOFUS Championships are about. Okay, we're back. Let's go. I like this trailer. It's amazing. Honestly, yeah. It's really good. It makes you hyped about it. It makes you want to participate. But first, for now, I want to talk about it. Obviously, the trailer gives you a couple of hints, but now we're gonna say everything that there is to know about it. Don't hesitate. If you have any question, we will answer every question. There's no taboo today. Alright, let's go back to the slides to talk about the DOFUS Championship. It's gonna be a 3v3 tournament, level 200. On the tournament server. That's how we make the biggest tournaments. Multi-account is going to be authorized. This is a new thing this year. The teams are going to be from 1 to 4 players. You can have like a sub player to not always be it's also possible to have like 4 people in your team, and sometimes you play a match with only 2 players with multi-account. It's not your own account, it's tournament accounts, so you can do it's more flexible. The championship is going to be in 2 steps, 2 phases. The first phase is a qualifier that's for everyone. There's no condition. That's from the 12th of October to the 2nd of November, so really soon. And then the championship, as is going to be only 8 teams, the best 8 teams. You have to be like from the cream of the crop to be in that stage. But yeah, that's gonna be on from the 11th of November to the 6th of December. It's gonna be you can follow that live, and there's gonna be always beautiful matches. Everything is hosted on the ktaarena.com website, so we'll go next. We'll visit that website to show you a bit later.
On va commencer donc par parler un petit peu plus en
Let's
détail de ce
start
qualifier
by talking about the qualifier.
donc qui commencera par des rondes.
The first round is going to be Swiss stage. Everyone is going to be participating. These this stage is going to be with fixed composition. You have 12 matches that you will need to do with always the same composition. So your team is always going to be playing the same comp. There's some rules that will be in place to make sure that you don't have like crazy comps. This is really easily accessible because you're gonna always be playing the same class, so it's quite easy to play there. You don't have to draft and know a lot of. If you're a beginner, use classes that you are familiar with. That way you'll have the most fun possible. Then next, it's gonna be the final phase. That's only for the 32 best teams, and this is going to be draft. So there's a first step in the match. Before the match, teams will pick the classes that they want to play. This makes it a bit harder because you need to master more characters. And this is going to be like a bracket, double elimination bracket. So teams are going to be placed into a tree. If you lose, you go to the lower bracket and you have a second chance to climb back and to continue your adventure. That way, it's more fair because if you lose like on an unlucky match, you still have a chance to. Obviously, we need to eliminate some people. So, what's interesting about double elimination? It makes it that there's twice as many matches in terms of timing. The qualifiers, you don't have to go all the way to the end. Oh, we're gonna talk about that later. These teams.
Exactement. Alors,
I didn't quite get that. Some teams are going to be from the winner bracket, some teams are going to be from the loser bracket.
Et donc les inscriptions sont ouvertes. Alors je mens un tout petit peu parce que ça ouvrira en réalité vers la fin.
Registration is open. Actually, it's going to be open since today. You need to register. At the end of the live, the registration is going to be open. You can register solo or find a team. You can play duo if you want. There's going to be news on the website to make sure that everyone sees it, and you'll be able to register for this tournament. It's going to be Swiss stage. These dates are going to be the 12th of October, 3 rounds. Yeah, fixed comps make it faster because you don't have to draft. Even on the week, you can make 3 rounds.
Et donc,
here are the class restrictions. So Oza and Xel cost 4 points, obviously because they're the stronger. And then you pick 3 classes from all of this, and you have a maximum of 7 points. So you can't have a team with Oza and Xel on the same team. You can make Oza and Kakra, for example. But Oza and Ripsa is absolutely impossible because there's no like classes that will complete the duo. Obviously, we balance that around the meta. Some comps are going to be better than some others, obviously. Obviously, you try to make a 7 points. If you make a comp that's worth 3 points, you might not have a good time. you can try it if you want to give yourself a challenge, but yeah, pick classes that you like and that you're familiar with. If you pick meta classes but you don't know how to play them, obviously people are gonna say like, oh, you left this open. There's a couple of really good comps that you can make with that, but we think that with this system of points, there's a rich meta and a lot of classes that are really strong, and there's a lot of combination possible. So we hope that it's going to be different comps Don't forget, don't hesitate to tell us what's the best comp
T'aurais quoi, toi?
with that. What are you gonna play, you?
Ah bon.
For sure, Oza. I think it would be Oza Steam or Oza Zob or Mask, but maybe a Hopper or SRAM, something like that. Oza Steam SRAM. Oza Fogger, not SRAM, sorry. That's more erosion in here. By the way, we ask ourselves, not really, but there's been a debate about Crow. What are we doing about that? Maybe one point is like too expensive for Crow. It's strong in PVM, but it's kind of bad. A lot of people are saying Eka and Fog that it's really strong, but we base these things on the stats of the Coliseum Open Tournament. By the way, the Foggernaut was absolutely trash. Eka Flip was like maybe almost 3 points, but yeah. Sometimes we have a vision, like Enu is, like people think that it's really strong, but now people are aware that it's only worth 1 point. Maybe we could have put Craw at 0 points. I think with these restrictions, I'd start with IUP, Eka, and Panda maybe. That's something that goes into the melee, and you should do any Eka, Zob, Mask. Yeah, but I really like the IUP. It has a lot of shielding. The Wrath. IUP, Eka, Panda. It's just based on my feeling like that. There's a lot of cooldowns. Panda can be safe. You can play full melee. A bit Solari. No sustain, but you go in the melee and you smash them really hard. Anyways, we will see, obviously, if all of the 32 comes for the last bracket have like an Eka Flip, then we were wrong, obviously. Any IUP upper. 331 is really good comps as well. Any IUP, any is really good. There's a lot of options. Gzel, Eka, Enu. Enfi says that.
C'est costaud. Non, mais c'est costaud, mais il y a plein de compos fortes.
There's a lot of strong comps. Obviously, Enfi is gonna be talking about Gzel.
Le truc plus PA moins PM de l'ENU T2 et c'est tout hein.
He's just using Eka and Enu to buff AP on the Gzel and then kill everything with the Gzel. Anyways, you'll have like more than a week to think about your comp. The registration is gonna be open from now to the 10th of October. That's on the next Friday. If you're too late, that's too bad for you. Think about your comp, register, think about your team. Don't worry, it's very simple. Alright, after that, there's going to be a winner bracket and a loser bracket. Everyone starts at the winner bracket, the main bracket. There's 3 stages, 16th, 8th, and then 4th of final. Everyone who wins the 4th, quarterfinals, will go to the actual DOFUS Championship, not the qualifier. The loser bracket teams are gonna be climbing back and then fighting the winner bracket people. The 2 winners of the final of the loser bracket. Okay. They're not gonna be coming back. They're just fighting the winner bracket together, loser bracket together. The match is gonna be drafts and it's gonna be best of 3. except the qualifying match, the quarterfinals from the winner, and the semifinals from the loser bracket. These matches are going to be BO5, and all of the others are going to be BO3. Yeah, all the important quote-unquote matches are going to be BO5, so there's a lot more. We're going to get more matches, and it's fairer. Obviously, these matches are going to be covered on AnkamaLive. That's the format that we thought was the fairest, with the double elim, but it takes a bit of longer time, but we want to do that still. Obviously, yeah, it's a bit shorter than a normal 32-team double elim, because we stop at the end when we have 8 teams. Let's talk about the championship in itself. Obviously, the qualifier, the only goal from the qualifier is to qualify for the championship. There's going to be 6 teams from the qualifier, so 4 from the winner and 2 from the loser. And then 2 guest teams, Solari and Rafale, which are really, really strong teams. They undefeated on the Coliseum Open Tournament. We decided to invite them. Yeah, we thought that for these 2 teams, it was fair to invite them straight to the end of the last phase of the championship. Oh, interesting. You can change one player from your team. Everything is going to be detailed in the rule set. But if you're 3 players, you could remove 1 player, change 1 player, or add 1 player. Obviously, if you play as a single player, you can change yourself and like change the whole team, but you could add someone to play with you if you want. The first part is the championship in the championship. I don't know what that means. There's going to be draft match back and forth, and then there's going to be final phase for the top 4, which is going to be a gauntlet. We're going to explain that later. The championships from the 11th of November to the 25th of November. Every team fights every other team twice. So it's a double round robin. Aller-retour, I think that's what it means. And then after that, there's going to be the final phase. Every match is going to be... Yeah, everything is going to be available on the written part. There's a couple of new stuff here. All of the final phase is going to be best of 5. Before it was only the final that was in best of 5. First off is the quarterfinal between the 3rd and the 4th. If the 3rd have more than 3 points, technically they have 1 more win. Okay. So if the 3rd player has a lot of distance between the 4th, they start with a win. So it's a best of 5, but they have like already a win. If they're too close, then they start with 0 wins each. Yeah, it's going to be a full best of 5. If the 3rd team has a lot of is much in front of the 4th, then they start with an advantage. Then there's going to be the semi-final from the 2nd and the winner of the quarterfinal. There's obviously every team starts with 0 win. Having been 2nd place makes you skip the quarterfinals phase. And then the final it's between the first
le championnat précédemment.
and the winner of this semi-final.
C'est un gros avantage, c'est ça ce format qu'on appelle gauntlet.
That's
What is
that's the format that's called gauntlet. So it's basically you run the gauntlet and fight people that are stronger and stronger.
Mais donc petite adaptation donc cette année. Mais voilà, encore une fois tournoi.
So yeah, this is a bit different, but we like this format. It's easy, it's short.
La finale. On l'a déjà dit que la finale il y avait quelque chose de spécial. Quand
There's
même.
something special about the final. We already said that, but we're gonna tell you a bit more today.
Eh ben, la finale, elle se passera en LAN.
The final is gonna be in a LAN, like in person, at Ankama Studios. There's gonna be players, commentators, viewers. We will be able to welcome you to our office on the 6th of December. Obviously, we learn from the past. We learned a lot of stuff from the past iterations of that. Obviously, it's gonna be heated.
Oui. Autant il y a des choses il y a déjà eu une finale à Ankama il y a 2 ans.
There was a final at Ankama, which a couple of technical problems.
Quand même, il faut le savoir.
A lot of things have been
Bref.
complained about. There was heating, but you will be able to get. Don't forget, there's you can buy like a blanket, gobble blanket, to make sure that you'll be warm at the final. For the spectators, you can come in. The tickets are going to be opened in November, and the players are going to be there as well. Every information about the tickets are going to be communicated at the start of November. I don't know when it's going to be open. It's going to be a small cost. It's not going to be too expensive. Why do you need ticketing to get there? There's a limited number of places. It's not a massive room, so we're in the office of the company, so we need ticketing to make sure that we don't want to have like a big queue and people that can't get in because there's no places. And if we make it free, free ticketing, then a lot of people are gonna buy the ticket and not come because it's free. So we're hoping that this format is going to make sure that the room is going to be full, no one's going to be left out, and people are going to be, if they buy a ticket, they're going to come. Are there any questions? When I'm talking, I have a hard time reading at the same time. If people have questions, don't hesitate. At the end, we're going to talk about something else. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of matches. Why are you taking part of this? Obviously, there are rewards. Obviously, on the qualifier, the main goal of the qualifier is to qualify for the next part. But the top 16 is going to get, I don't know what's called in English, tournoton. And these are tokens that you can trade for. So the top 8 is gonna get the equivalent of 1 cosmetic item, and lower than that, you'll need to combine those tokens with previously earned or later earned tokens to get eventually 1 item. So the goal is to, if you perform well but not well enough to get 1 item, you can get part of an item. So that's gonna be the part here. This is for the championship. Obviously, there's gonna be 5,000 plus the cosmetic cells. That's going to be contributing to the cash prize. And you're going to get more info about that. During the month of November, during the tournament, there's going to be a sale about these items, the return of some cool items. I don't know if I can say it. Previous packs are going to come back. There's going to be a lot of things. You're going to be able to buy all of these things to contribute to the cash prize. And it's potentially going to be a big amount of money. New thing here is that all eight teams that are going to be in the top 8 are gonna get part of the prize. So the eighth, like the loser, the top 8 is gonna be only 1% of the cash prize, but still every people that are gonna be taking in the championship. If there's 10,000 and you finish 8th, then you're gonna get 100 euros, which is still something. And yeah, the more you climb, the more percentage you get. The top first are gonna get a Coliseum card. Obviously, if it's against Solari, there's gonna be a second Solari card. If not, it's gonna be another, and you're gonna get championship set. And obviously, everyone that's gonna be taking part in the championship is gonna get these tokens to buy like the cosmetics.
Le top 8 a des récompenses. Bah oui.
Oui, le top 8. Il y a 8 équipes, donc le top 8.
Enfin, en tout cas, sur le championnat,
Top
tout le monde est
8,
récompensé.
everyone's rewarded in the championship.
Et donc, sur le qualifier, c'est le top 16.
And in the qualifier, it's going to be the top 16.
Voilà, bah écoutez.
I think that's it. You know everything about that. All the main elements have been said. There's going to be the full rule set. At 5 p.m., there's going to be like the news that's going to be posted. The KTA website also gives you access to all of this information. PVM tournament is going to be in December, reminder. 19, 20, and 21st December. It starts on the 12th. If you have any questions, that's the moment. We're also going to show you the website, the KTA website, for people who don't know how it works. Some people have issues using or have a hard time using these tools. You're going to see it's super simple. We're going to give you some examples. Start sharing. The tournament server is already open if you want to already do like practice scrims against other people. You can go on the tournament server. You go on KTA, ktaarena.com, you create your account, and then you will get a special account. It's not going to be on your account. It's going to be on none of your player accounts. It's going to be on accounts that are going to be lent to you, which will allow you to access to the tournament server. It's very important because yeah, your own account, don't lend it, don't sell them, do nothing with them. But with the tournament accounts that we own, but they're temporary accounts, we can lend them to anyone we want. And that's a possibility that's available to us. For some questions that I've seen, it's going to be on the month of November that you're going to be able to participate into Million Glyph. I don't know what that is. There's like a old reward is not going to be coming back. Tournament accounts are not, it's not going to be like KOT with your own accounts. It's, once again, it's going to be on special. And there's not going to be Coliseum Colo matches on the tournament server. Maybe we could open it actually. No. No, we don't want to open it. No, we can't. Everything. The problems that were in the Colo, the technical problem we had in the previous tournament were linked to the fact that we were doing Colosseum instead of like tournament matches. So that's why we can't open Colo on the tournament server. Let's show my screen. Maybe, wait. No, you're right. Let's go full screen. It's a bit broken. Doesn't look like a 16:10 ratio.
pas grave.
So it looks a bit broken, but
Donc, vous allez
it's
sur
not too
l'accueil.
big,
Si vous n'avez pas de compte, vous avez un
too
bouton
much of a big deal.
en haut à droite plutôt. C'est
If
mieux,
you
là.
have no account,
Bon, moi,
you
je
click
demande si j'ai
here
un
on the
compte,
top.
sinon vous cliquez, j'ai pas de compte, etc. Une
You
fois que
click
c'est fait,
here,
vous
you
connectez.
log in
Je vais me connecter. Tac, enfin un compte secondaire parce que
Au cas où.
with my secondary
mon
account.
principal
Ah
dans
oui,
ces
bah
équipes,
oui,
tout ça.
pour ne pas avoir.
Mon compte principal est mon compte admin. Donc voilà, je suis connecté.
Here it is. Now I'm logged in. Now you create a team. It's easy. You click help and you click help, then registration. It will tell you how to create an account, how to create an team, and then how to register to a tournament. Right now I have a team.
Avant, for the international community, of course, the website is also written in English. You can have a little flag on the top left corner, and you can choose for a KTA English, so you can have everything translated.
Exactement. Et donc après, vous allez sur les tournois.
After that, you go to the tournaments, official tournaments, and then you see the tournaments here. And you can see it, everything, the rules, everything we said is going to be recapped there. This is the championship, and now you click on the... You see, it's the registration is open. You can click here. Wait until you have your account, wait until your team. If you have your whole team, your account, click on register. You read everything, obviously, before.
Il y a très peu de gens qui le font.
Et inscription, c'est bien à jour, je pense que oui.
I think this is up to date, maybe not.
Sachez que ce n'est pas un message d'erreur, c'est juste qu'on a tellement...
It's not an error message. It's just we want people to read these rules all in red, so people actually read it. You click your characters. You click here. You validate at the end, and then you're registered. And then the next part is going to be on our side. We accept your registration, and that's it.
Ça change pas grand chose, et donc après l'inscription se fait, enfin l'acceptation pardon se fait.
Once that's done, yeah, it's gonna be really fast to get accepted. One day after, when you registered, go back to see if there was a mistake. Sometimes we reject because there's an error with the name or whatever. We can't. Oh. Something. There we go. It doesn't show the class. It doesn't show the class's rules, I think. So they want to add that. We're talking about registration. We're making manual registration. If you register at 2 a.m., don't message us at 4 a.m. because you haven't been accepted yet. It's normal, we're sleeping. We're doing like waves of validation. So we're looking at all the people that are registered and we accept them manually. So obviously, sometimes it's going to be taking a bit more time. Obviously, when we reach the end of the registration period, we're going to be a bit faster, more reactive. But be a bit patient. Let's show the... there we go. Now there is a drop down to select the class. There is no check. There's no point check in the website. So do it in your head, and then obviously if you don't respect these rules, you're going to be rejected. There is a tab here that's called Tournament Server, and then you can, for everyone, you can go here. Even if you don't talk, if you don't take part of the tournament, you can subscribe here. Register, sorry. And then it's gonna give you a login and a password that you can use in the launcher to log in that tournament account. That will only have access to the tournament server.
vous créez plusieurs comptes sur le site tout simplement.
If you want to have multiple, if you want to do multi-log, then you can create multiple accounts on the website and then click here multiple times. You're gonna get multiple accounts. You can't do colo, you can't do PVM. You just log in, you have access to like the kind of the beta, not the beta area, but like the colo area with the maps and the push. You can do like challenges between each other with your friends. You can train. We'll show you the server actually. We will show you how it works on the tournament server.
Je sais jamais ce que c'est le plein écran, mais merci. Le raccourci pour le plein écran.
Oh man, sorry if it was a bit too loud, maybe the voice of them. Alright, we're logging in. I'm logging in with my character. You can change character. You have normally all of the classes. Yeah, there we go. So you have all the classes with a random name that you can change. You log in, they're all level 200. We will show the inventory. You have basically everything. Everything that's useful. Every 160 plus gear. 160 and more, and a couple of exceptions. Every trophy, every legend. And you have like a buff that lasts forever, that gives you one range. You have a lot of consumables as well. There's no Gelano. Generally at level 200 there's always something better better than a Gelano. Summon Exo is not wanted. That's a design choice. We have too little data about how it's needed to get an Exo of a summon point. It's not only since when the rework of the Oza that people have been asking, but we always thought that it was not necessary, but maybe we could restart that debate with the rework of the Oza. There's a lot more stuff now that gives summon points. Even there's a Prismarodite that gives you 2 summon points. So we don't really think that's necessary. But we'll see based on this tournament. When we have data, we will see what can be applied. But if we start putting it, it's gonna be hard to remove it. So if we go too fast and we add it and we realize that it's a mistake, yeah. We won't be able to compare how it works, like how the meta evolves without the summon and then after when we add it. So we want to check how it's gonna be working without for this tournament. It's not gonna be. Some items have negative summons as well. So you can have 0 summons on your gear. Elzefin gives you -1 range and -1 summon. That way you cannot summon anything. Tanatena as well, it gives you -1. It's gonna be a weapon. Gives you -1 summon. It's not bugged, it's normal that you cannot summon if you have 0 summon points. It's been like that. You need to create a lot of accounts on the website. Worst case scenario, if there's like 100, but that's your question, Ariakar, I think. If there's like 100 bots, there are a couple of systems in places that allow you to prevent this.
C'est une règle qui date depuis 10 ans au moins, voire depuis toujours sur serveur tournoi. C'est effectivement, c'était tous les items 160 et plus.
Yeah, every item 160 and plus. A lot of items that are useless from that. Obviously, a couple of it. We added a couple items lower level. For instance, Dragon Helmet. That's yeah, Dragon Daggers. A couple of items that are used in higher level sets. Usually people ask us and we add them. But the goal is to have like useful exceptions. Obviously putting every item is gonna be useless, it's gonna be very heavy. So we're... Some people are asking about trance rune. Apparently there's a bug where the negative summon can be... You can use runes to get +2 summons. You can have 1 over. Apparently there's a weird bug about maging and negative summon items. Apparently there's something that was reset the ensembles. Inventory management is a bit hard. There's so many accounts, so many equipment. There's a lot of technical constraints behind that. Now we had to add all of the 3.2 and 3.3 new items, so we had no choice to do like a full reset. There's no there's no really there's not really a current solution to keep the ensembles when we add all of these items as a batch for now. Maybe in 2026 there's going to be a new tournament, Colo tournament, sorry. There's not going to be any more in 2025, but maybe next year, 2026. But no promises, yeah. It's too early to talk about that. We will talk about that later when it gets closer. Do you think the Eka flip is too strong? It was previously too strong, but now it is okay. Something about erosion that was fixed. Do you have more questions? I don't think we will be going on more that much longer. Reminder, there's gonna be a blog post at 5 p.m. The registrations are open on the website. Everything is gonna be recapped in the new blog post, obviously. You can register solo, you have many options to recruit people. You can try to recruit people on Twitter, on forum, on the KTA Discord. I don't know if there's a link. I think at the end of the blog post there's gonna be a link of the KTA Discord where you can join in and try to recruit people. There's gonna be probably a LFG part, LFT, I guess, looking for team. So don't hesitate to like try to find everywhere. It's more fun to play with other people. It's not always easy to find people that want to take part of the tournament with you, but you can use all of this community tools. When you draft with the community, when you like just log into the tournament and recruit people to do drafts, it's always fun. People are always chill there. We don't have any information about UI rework or any other thing. We're not part of that. If you're playing, if you're a retro player, you can also take part of that tournament. Obviously, you can create, can get an account on the tournament server. obviously it's gonna be harder to have the same skill if you're not used to be playing with the 3.0 characters, but you can still.
Écoute, j'aime pour ça en tout cas, de l'ambition, c'est bien. Les DM Twitch, je sais pas si ça marche bien, mais s'il y en a plusieurs,
you can message each other on Twitch. Maybe people are trying to recruit right now in the chat. People are saying the really good, the salesman of that blanket. It looks good.
Oh, fou des boom. Bon, t'arrives sur la fin du live. En réalité, là, on attend de voir quelques questions, mais sinon...
Let's see if there are other questions. I think we covered everything. Yeah, don't hesitate to come to the Discord. That's most of where the tournament is there. Sometimes Starkan is organizing 1v1 tournaments, but we won't be doing it. It's not... yeah. You can organize your own 1v1 tournaments if you want, but there's not... We don't think we're gonna be making... There's... yeah. In 5 minutes, there's gonna be the blog post, like we said. You can see the rule set as well. Obviously, it's a very long thing to read, but yeah, it's more. Don't copy paste your message a billion times. We can read one time. I guess people are asking about Papineau. We want to have a rotation, not always the same people there. There's gonna be something this weekend. Yeah, this weekend on DOFUS Retro, you can get a XP boost, a profession boost, because it's the anniversary, 6th anniversary, I think. A couple of things, and then next week there's gonna be XP buff of 66% because it's a 6th year. We want Tarkan. Oh, that's nice. Tarkan, if he organizes a 1v1 tournament, he will be able to give out tournament tokens. So obviously, any amateur tournament that is organized by the community, you can ask to get to the tournament tokens to allow the winners to buy like yeah, people are saying we're go ask Tarkan to do the tournament. Oh, he's gone. Obviously, any initiative from the community is encouraged. Are there gonna be a million gifts set on the... He went to get his slippers. Look at the size of these slippers. I have the gobble set right now. My hair is the gobble helmet.
Les prérequis pour regarder un tournoi, il y a pas mal de trucs sur le Discord KT qui sont là pour ça. Mais évidemment, en tant que créateur affilié en KT, ça aide beaucoup.
Any affiliated creator
c'est pas pour faire du favoritisme, c'est juste qu'en fait
is gonna get a chance to be able to give out the tokens. We don't want to be favoritism, but we want to know these people. So if people are saying, hey, you don't know me, but I'm gonna organize a tournament, give me rewards, please. It becomes a zoo, and it's kind of chaos. People are abusing left and right, so we don't want to go in this direction. We're putting more limitations on that. There's less community tournaments, but at least when they happen, everything goes smoothly. We're preventing, well, not preventing, but we're not encouraging tournaments that happen at the same time as the official tournaments, obviously. But don't hesitate. Come to the KTA website. There are limitations. We will give you everything that you need to organize your tournament. Sometimes if you're new, we don't know you, make a first edition without the partnership, without the website, and then if you prove yourself, we want serious projects, serious tournaments that in which we're confident that everything's gonna go smoothly. There's always interesting question, but I think I remember something's gonna be happening on Tuesday. I didn't get not. He can't remember. All right. Yeah. When can we organize a tournament that's not gonna be conflicting? It was from January to right now. Right now everything is busy. After December, in December, yeah, there's not gonna be any PvP official tournament.
En même temps, c'est au moment où les gros tournois commencent que tu viens nous demander quand c'est qu'il y a un creux. Bah,
yeah. It's not right now the moment to organize tournaments because there's gonna be conflicts, of course. Someone's asking questions about the PVM tournament. It's gonna be a tournament in December, but we're not gonna talk about it more. Can we group up the tokens that we win on one single account? No. You won't be able to. Did we think about this? But no. Oh yeah, we thought about it, but we don't want to allow it. So if you're multi-logging, you're gonna get tokens on all of your accounts. I don't know actually. I'm gonna turn on the chat, I think, because he wants to mage the tournament items, but we don't want to allow that. Everyone's on the same equal footing. We want the theorycraft is done using the items as is. The tournaments, we want them to be a bit elitist, obviously, but we want to have them, it's not simple or accessible, but we want to have like, yeah, we want to limit all the different ways to theorycraft. Everything becomes so complex if we allow like maging. It's the same thing with the class items, with the legendary pets. There are technical issues with the legendary pet, but yeah, it just makes it too complex to allow maging and trance runes. So just do your theorycraft with normal items. I think that's gonna be it for today. Yeah. PVM, we don't have any other info right now. Everything is gonna be doing on the AnkamaLive. Now you can go, there's on the live, it's like YouTube. You can scroll back, but you need to be subbed, I think, to be able to, yeah. Yeah, at least we can do that on Twitch. It's only for subs, unfortunately, but there is now this system. I think we answered all of the questions. You can ask the questions on Discord. You can ask on the forum. The simplest is really Discord. Just go to the KTA Discord. Normally, the blog post is on. Every information is there. Every link is in there. Just follow that. Make your comps. Make your teams. And then register to the tournament. We expect a lot of people to join in. I'm very hyped about it. There's a timeline bug. We can still make matches. As soon as you summon, it fixes the bug. So play Oza. We will see each other on the 12th of October for the first night of the DOFUS Championship Qualifiers. It's literally tomorrow. It's in 11 days, but it's literally tomorrow. Go register. Come a lot of people. We want a lot of people to participate. Try it out. Try out the experience on the tournament server. Have fun playing Dofus. It's gonna be super cool. We'll see you next time on the AnkamaLive. Take care, everyone. I lost my blanket. It's because I was too... it's perfect for the end of the live. I'm gonna leave you with the trailer one last time.